Hi guys, and welcome back to the Fentech HTML training. So we are still on our sign up page, and this is where we stopped in our last video. So as you can see, if we should come over to our web page, you can see that the sign up button was working, which was the hover. We had this, everything was just alright. So now we're just going to add a little touches here and there to make everything look more perfect. Okay, so coming back to our code, last we stopped was our button type. So the next thing we're to look at is our login link. So I'm just going to copy that and bring it over here, paste it, and the first thing we're going to have is our font size. Alright, I'm going to make that 14px, and the next thing we're going to have is our color, and I'm going to give it this color code. Now after this, the next thing we should have is the A of this. This A is for the link, although there's no link attached there, but we should have something for it. Alright, and we have the A. Then inside it, let's have our color. The color will be hashtag. Let's use this, and we should have a text decoration will be none, just so that it can remove that underline that was under it. Alright. Then after this, let's have a hover. That is the underline. When we move our cursor to the login area, it should underline, but when we remove it, the underline should disappear. Alright, so let's do that. A, then over. Alright, so text decoration will now be underlined. Alright, now let's see how this goes. Okay, so having noticed that the underline here has gone, so now let's move our cursor, and as you can see, it's underlined. So now let's bring this already have an account. Let's bring it down a bit. It's too up towards the sign up button. So we'll just come here, the overall login link, and let's add a margin top of 20px. Let's add a margin top of 20. Now it looks much better for me, guys. If you want it a little up, you can just reduce the px, and if you want it down, you can increase your px. So let me show you an example. So this is what I mean. Let's say I want it downwards, make it 50. You see it's down, but I want it more upwards. Let's say I make it 10 and it's up. So, but I think I like it on a space of 20px. I don't know for you, you can make it your choice, but I like this space that it is given already. Alright, so now this is for our laptop screen. Remember, we said we are going to do a responsive sign up page. Alright, so what do we have to do? If I change this to see my phone screen, alright, as we inspect it, is it looking okay? Well, on my end, it's looking actually okay, but I think the fonts are too small, like almost not readable. So let me choose a different font. Actually looks okay, but we need to have some little touches here and there to make everything look perfect. Like increase this a little, increase this a little, this also has to be increased a little. I think nothing will really be done here, and let's just see what we can add. Okay, so coming over here now for responsiveness, that's for your phone screen. What you do is you do at media, then you have a bracket, not the curly braces, and your max width is going to be 480 px. Now most people use 600 px. Yes, you can use 480, you can use 600 px, all depending on your choice. Now you do this for your phone screen. Before you start any code for your phone screen, you always have to have your media query here, right? So now let's start with the sign up box. So for our sign up box, let's have something under it. So let's make a padding of 20 px. Sorry, let's have a padding of 20 px, and then let's have a width of let's give it 100%. All right. Now after which, let's have an input group, and in the input group, let's just make the flex direction to be column. All right. And the last thing we should have should be the input group input. So input group input. All right. Let's make the width to be 100, width 100%, and lastly, let's have a margin bottom. Let's have a margin bottom of 10 px. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Let me try and refresh my page. So I think it gave it a little space here additional. So now let's work on the font. Alright, so where do we have our sign up? We have our sign up box H1. Am I right? Or should we just use let's use sign up box H1. So let's see. So where is our red ticking? Oh, sorry. Now I see why we're not really seeing any changes there. There has to be a column there. So let's see. Alright, now this is the changes I was expecting to see. Sorry for the error the other time. Please, you guys have to be very observant, right? So this is exactly what I wanted to see, the padding and everything. So I actually thought that maybe it gave it a little more space before, but this is actually what I wanted to see. Okay, so now let's work on the sign up box. Okay, so dot sign up box h1. So let's the font size, let's make it 10 px and see. Oh, it became smaller. So let's increase it and see it at 50 px. I think this is much better. So now let's work on the place filling. That's for the P. So let's just copy this. Okay, we just have it already. Dot this and P. So let's make the font size 15 px. Okay, so it's actually much more bigger for someone to be able to see and other stuff. So what next? Already have an account is login P here, but we did everything in our login link already here. So let's just do this, Control C, and let's copy it down here. Okay, so we're removing one dot And let's have the font size. Maybe I'll still make it the 15px. Let's see how that turns out. Did it add? Did it reduce? Let me check it out again. 25. Let me see if it's okay. So I think nothing is actually happening to the login link for that one. So let's try adding the key. Nothing is still happening. So let me see. So if nothing is happening for that one, I guess maybe we'll just have to leave it like this. Alright. So I wouldn't want to waste too much time anymore. So this is where we're going to stop for this video, and in our next video we're going to be handling the login page. Alright, so see you guys in our next class, and hope I were able to learn how to now make a responsive screen for your sign up page. Alright, so you can do changes. You can change the color for when it's on your phone screen. So let's try out other phones before I end the video. So this is how it is. All these ones are pro. So let's see it on iPhone X. This is how it is. We haven't worked for the tablets, but let's see how it looks. Yeah, we haven't worked on the tablets. We only did a media for our smartphones. Alright, let me see it on the Z Flip. Alright, so everything looks perfect to me. So you can make your own corrections, adjustments, and anything you think can be done. Alright, see you guys in our next video.